and welcome to Tasting with Mike and Matt. I'm Mike Veach, and this is my partner in crime, Matt Kohorst.
Howdy.
And today we thought we'd do something different.
Yeah.
We have the Cellar aged Maker's Mark 2023 and 2024. And we thought it'd be interesting to do a blind tasting to see which one we really like best.
That's right.
So what we've done is that Rosemary was kind enough to pour samples into some bottles for us, marked 1 and 2. And
we're just gonna
taste the both and see what.
Yeah. Are we gonna try to guess, or are we just gonna see which one we like the best?
We're gonna see which one we like best, and then we can make a guess as to which one we think is which. And it could very well be that we both disagree on which one we like best.
It's true. It's true.
But it's the nature of a blind tasting.
I love blind tastings. They're so much fun.
So anyway, I guess I should talk a little bit about the whiskeys to start with. We have, let's do it this way. Let's start with the 2023 Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. It is 115.7 proof, and it's 13% of whiskey aged 11 years, 87% whiskey aged 12 years.
Okay, so it's 11 and 12-year-old.
Right. So basically, what they've done is they've aged their Maker's Mark to you're usually 5 or so years of age, and then moved those barrels into the cellar.
Okay. And then bam, they're just sitting there.
And then they sit there for at least 6 to 7 years. It looks like.
Wow. And now, this one was a runner-up for Whiskey of the Year last year.
Right.
Yeah, so that we know this is really, really good stuff.
Right. And then we've got the Cellar Aged 2024. It is 119.3 proof, so it's a little bit less in proof, or greater in proof, isn't it?
A little greater in proof. This one's 115.7.
Right. And this is 15% whiskey aged 12 years. 85% whiskey aged 13 years.
So that's a year older. Because this one's 11 and 12, and is that what you said? That one's 12 and 13?
Yes.
So that one is, so they've aged that one an extra year. Because this one's 11 years and 12 years.
Yeah. So that's what we have we're going to be tasting. Which is which, we don't know, but we'll start with bottle 1.
All right. Thanks again, Rosemary, for pouring these for us. That's right.
Might as well empty out the bottle.
Yeah.
Now, do we want to taste it with cranberries, pecan, and chocolate, or we just want to do it on its own merit?
Own merit, you think?
I think on the own merit sounds good to me.
Okay, let's do it that way. Oh, man. It's got the Maker's Mark nose.
Oh, yeah.
It's
like
even more powerful.
Rich vanilla, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of a ripe apple.
Ripe apple, yeah. That's I get caramel and apple.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And I'm getting just a hint of like pepper and oak.
Yeah. Gosh, that is just...
Yeah, great nose.
That's wonderful. Yep. That's one of those that just comes through, and it tastes just like it smells. You know, you get that caramel, that apple, that peppery spice.
I thought the apple was a little stronger than the nose indicated it would be.
Yeah, yeah. That's still kind of happening.
I'm getting like caramel apple with a hint of black pepper and oak.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And man, it's just so good. Yep. So could be hard to beat.
Let's cleanse our palate. And we'll try bottle 2 now.
All right. I mean, it's very similar, but call me crazy. I'm getting less.
Yeah. Very similar, except not as much vanilla and caramel. Maybe a little stronger on the apple and the oak.
Which would almost make you think this would be the 2024.
Yeah.
Because you're just getting a lot more oak.
Yeah.
But I'm probably completely wrong. All right.
Oh, you definitely get a lot more of that vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Apple. Lots of apple.
Yeah.
A little bit of white pepper and oak. But the finish is like oak and ripe apple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting at. Just that apple is just like punches you back there, you know? And it just sits there, which I really like that. That's really nice.
I like them both.
That's a tough call. Right now I'm thinking the first one we tried, which was number 1. It's my favorite, but do another round.
Yeah.
Tasting. Tough.
Well, I made up my mind.
Me as well. I like the first, number 1, the best. What about you?
And what's your reason for liking number 1 best?
I think it has. They're very similar, but number 1 kind of just brings out everything that we were talking about tasting earlier, like the caramel, the vanilla, the pepper, and the apple. But the second one I got a lot of oak and apple, which is good, but I also like having that caramel and that a little bit more complexity to it for me.
Okay. I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
I really like number 2 because I love a fruity bourbon.
Yeah.
But with that said, number 1 to me had a more complex nose and a more complex flavor. I'd have to go with number 1.
Okay, so we're both going number 1.
Both are going number 1. So shall we reveal to see what it is?
Or I would say I think the first one is the 2023, but I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea.
I'm inclined to agree with you, but I don't know for sure. We'll see.
All right, let's see.
Let's see what Rosemary get here. Oh.
It's the 2024. Oh, wow.
Number 1 was 2024. Number 2 was 2023.
That's why I love blind tastings, because I have no idea what's going to happen.
I thought they were both excellent whiskeys.
They're both amazing.
Yeah.
Both amazing. You couldn't go wrong with either of these. Either of these are some of the best stuff I've had.
Which just
in the
goes
past
to
couple
show.
years.
Just goes to show that Maker's Mark is improving it as they go along.
Yeah.
in our opinion.
And I think when we were having this before, and you're telling me like they don't do stuff like this usually. This is kind of at first they age it that much, and
yeah. It's hard for Usually Maker's Mark is 5 to 6 years old at the most.
Right. Yeah. So for them to hold on to something like this, and then it just come out so good. They really got something great here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that Cellar, when they're finishing it off by aging it in the cellar, it keeps the temperature so low and everything. It's like aging on the first floor of a warehouse, where the temperature never gets above, 70 degrees or so.
Yeah.
But it's on steroids because that cellar stays at 48 degrees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's just constantly in that environment. Wow.
As a matter of fact, that's one of my complaints about the tasting they did for us. The Kentucky writers, they always invite a bunch of Kentucky bourbon writers to their tasting events.
Yeah.
And they held this one in the cellar. And the whiskey was just so cold, I couldn't really get a good sense of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And to be honest with you, tasting it there in the cellar, I would have said 2023 was head over heels better than 2024.
2024, yeah.
But the 2024 we just proved it is really good whiskey once you get a chance where it warms up. And that cold temperature, you keep whiskey cold enough, it's going to mute a lot of the flavor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't like drinking my whiskey over ice, because ice mutes the flavor, it waters it down, the flavor, and cold numbs your taste buds.
Right, so you're missing out on all those...
You're missing out on a lot of the subtle flavors.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this stuff right here, I would put it up against anything.
Yeah.
And, put it in a blinder against anything, and this would come out pretty darn good, I think.
Yes.
This is so good.
So,
yes.
sample number one.
Sample number 1, 2024.
Yes.
All right.
So, cheers to Maker's Mark and their innovation crew that are doing these projects, and hope you keep them up.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
If you like this video, please hit subscribe, and always remember to drink responsibly.